Hey guys, this video is a tour of my van conversion. I've been building this van out for the past 3 or 4 weeks in California, living out of the van and building it solo, so it's been a real challenge. It's come all the way from an empty cargo van all the way to a more or less livable camper van, and I'm super stoked to be just about finished with it. It's a 2005 Ford E350 Super Duty. So it's a big old beast. She's extended, really long wheelbase, plenty of room in there. So I picked it up pretty cheaply for $2,500 and I've put probably another $1,500 or so into it and about 3 weeks worth of work. I took a few days off here and there, so I think I could do it quicker if I needed to. But let's have a look at the finished product. So the whole van is insulated quite significantly. I plan on taking this van up to Canada to do a ski season at the end of the year, so it needed to withstand some pretty cold temperatures. On the floor there's rigid 1-inch insulation, and then all around the walls and the roof is fluffy fiberglass insulation that's just stuck down with spray adhesive, and the bottom's obviously nailed down with the plywood floor. On the floor, as I said, there's plywood, and that's just nailed down on top of the insulation. And on the sides over here, where you actually might walk, there's some vinyl sheets that are just pretty cheap, but they make it look really nice to walk on, much more smooth, and yeah, a bit nicer to look at as well. It's a pretty simple design. I've got 2 little cooktops at the back, and they're just held up with little metal rods that you can take out and put to the side. And these just drop down to the side when you're not using them. There is plenty of storage in this van. If I move these mattresses out of the way, you'll see that the sides of the bed structure is storage, and then down here is extra storage for things like skateboards, yoga mats, jacks for the car, that kind of thing. On the right is another little storage shelving area that's just got heaps of little cubby holes for whatever you want, clothes, laptops, headphones, books, all of that. So this bed is just on slats, and half of them slide over to sit on the right here, which turns it from a twin bed to a double bed, which is nice. Coming in from the side here, I've got the same vinyl laminate on the floor, so it's really nice. You can see the bed structure ending here, the storage up. We've got LED lights around the top and storage from this side as well. Little shoe rack, place for the surfboard, and then over here there's just extra room for a little cabinet, some food, fruit bowl, some storage. This is just for hiking gear and warm clothes for Burning Man and the John Muir Trail, which I'll be doing pretty soon to take around the States. And then just little hanging racks over here. Coming through the van, you can hop up and walk through the hallway pretty easily. The van's name is Big Sal. Looking down here at the electricals, I was a little bit hesitant to put in the electricals because I thought it would just be too much trouble than it's worth, but I'm really glad I did in the end. So down here, we've got, this is as soon as you walk in from the side entrance, we've got a little voltage charge for the battery that sits behind here. It's a 50 amp battery. I've only got backlights, front lights, and a fan that actually run off my battery, so I didn't need huge house batteries. Some people go for 100 amp, 200 amps of batteries on the 12 volt system, but I just went with 50. And that's sitting behind here. And then this is connected through a mess of wires to make it nice and tidy. It's a voltmeter, 2 USBs, and a marine plug. And then down here we've got 6 switches. Only 3 of them are used at the moment, but I can put stuff in later if I need to. So hitting the first couple of switches is the light at the front, light at the back, and then the fan, which has been an absolute godsend trying to sleep at night in California in August. It is hot. Now, around to the front, we've just got a few storage racks there. This bulkhead goes straight through to the main cabin, which is nice and stealthy. You can't actually see through here from the front of the van. And I plan on sleeping in this anywhere and everywhere, so it's good to be a little bit hidden. And that's kind of it. It's just a really simple design, but it's got plenty of storage and plenty of room, basically. So I'm definitely not cramped. And from the outside, it just looks like a plain old van. If you want to check out a video about the actual process itself, I recorded little 30-second clips the whole way through the journey, so you'll see it turn from an empty cargo van into what it is now. So check that out. I'll put the link below or something like that. Or you can head to imjoeyross.com and you'll see all of my journey there with some links and anything I found useful when building this van. Overall, super doable project, really, really fun as well. You got to be prepared to get a little bit frustrated some of the way, but glad I did it. And now I've got about 4 or 5 months of exploring across the States, hiking, seeing national parks, surfing, going to festivals, that sort of thing. So yeah, hit me up if you're over here and let the good times roll.